Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you what are abstract classes and how to use abstract classes in C sharp. So generally or commonly you would like sometimes to make classes that only represent base classes and you don't want anyone to create the object of these classes. So you can make these classes by using abstract classes. So an abstract class means that no object of this class can be instantiated or created, but they can be used as base classes. So you can derive from these classes, but they cannot be used as normal classes. They can only be used as base classes. Okay. So let's see how we can declare abstract classes first of all. So for declaring abstract class, you just declare a normal class. So just public and with a keyword abstract, and then your class and the class name. For example, meter. Okay, and then just close these curly braces, and that's the declaration of your class. Okay, so you can declare an abstract class by using the keyword abstract. Now whenever you create this abstract class, it can contain abstract method like this. So you can write abstract, but first of all we will give access modifier public abstract void, for example, print meter 1. Okay, and whenever you declare an abstract method inside an abstract class, you cannot provide the definition to this method, right? So for example, if you want to provide some definition to this method like this, and when you compile your program, it will not be compiled and it will show an error because abstract method inside an abstract class cannot have definition. This is just an declaration, or you can only give a prototype of this method and not the actual definition. But on the other hand, abstract class can also contain normal method. Okay, for example, I want to declare some other method which is not abstract, and this method is, for example, print meter 2. I can provide definition to this method. Okay, and it will compile fine. Build solution, build succeeded. Okay, so if you provide an abstract method inside an abstract class, then you cannot provide definition to this class, to this method. On the other hand, if you provide a normal method inside an abstract class, you can easily provide the definition to this class. And it's not necessary that your abstract class has to contain some abstract method. You can even use an abstract class which only has normal methods. It's totally fine to use normal method inside your abstract class. It's not necessary that you has to use abstract method inside abstract class. Now, how can we do, or how can we use this abstract class in our program? So I told you abstract classes can be used as a base class. For example, I have the class called example1 in which I have a main method. In here I can just derive from this meter class, which is a base class, and this base class or this example class is deriving this, or this is inheriting, example1 is inheriting this meter1 class. Then what you can do, for example, you want to provide the definition of print1 because print2 definition is already there, right? So let me give this definition: console dot write line and I can give any message here. Okay, for example, we are in meter print 2. Okay, but this, we cannot define the definition of this method inside here, so we can inherit this class and then we can define the definition of this class. How you can do this? You can do it normally, just use the signature of your method. So just copy this here, and instead of using abstract, you need to use override, okay, to give the definition to this method. And now you can give the definition to this method like this: console write line, this is meter print 1. Okay, and you can just use these abstract classes like this. So go to your main method and you can define an object of this example1 class. ex1, for example, is equal to new example1, and then you can use this ex1 object, for example, to print this message dot print 1 or print 2, right? So you can print 1 like this, and you can use print 2 like this, print 2. Okay, and when I run the program, you can see both the messages which I've written in method print 1 and print 2. Okay, so there are some properties related to abstract class. And what are these properties? First property is abstract class cannot be sealed class. So there is a keyword called sealed. So when I use this keyword sealed, this sealed keyword means that this meter class or this class which is sealed cannot be used as a base class, and that's not true. You cannot use sealed and abstract at the same time, because on the first hand, the sealed means this meter cannot be used as a base class, and the definition of abstract says the abstract class can only be used as a base class. So this and this keyword will contradict. So you cannot use sealed keyword with this abstract class. Okay. The second rule is you cannot have the method in abstract class which are private members. So for example, you want to declare this method inside your abstract class as a private member. Private. Okay, and let's compile this and see what happens. It says virtual or abstract member cannot be private. Okay, so you cannot have a private member inside your abstract class. The third rule is an abstract method cannot have virtual method or modifier called virtual. Okay, so for example, we use when we have learned polymorphism, we were using virtual keyword to declare a method prototype so that it can be defined somewhere else. So for example, I want to write something like this: virtual public abstract virtual void. It's not allowed when you use this abstract classes. And when I run this program, it will give me an error and which says this method cannot be virtual. So abstract class method cannot be virtual. Okay. And the last thing is you cannot define a method inside your abstract class as static. Okay, so suppose you want to declare a method like this, public abstract static, then you cannot do this. This is also not allowed. Okay, so when you compile this program, it will give you that your method, you cannot declare this method as static. So what are the conditions we have learned? That your abstract class cannot be sealed, your abstract class method cannot be private, and you cannot use a modifier virtual in the definition of your, or in the prototyping of your method in abstract class, and you cannot even use the keyword static in the prototyping of your method inside your abstract class. So in this way you can use abstract classes in C sharp, and just remember those properties of abstract classes which will be useful in your application. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.